Lane Kiffin and quarterback Jaxson Dart led Ole Miss to a critical win over Georgia, breaking the "can't win the big one" label that's followed them. Ole Miss didn't just win, they dominated with a 28-10 victory. This triumph marked a vast improvement from last season when Georgia crushed Ole Miss by 35 points. Kiffin spent the offseason strengthening weak spots in the roster through strategic transfers, focusing on the offensive and defensive lines. The investment paid off as Ole Miss, 8-2, took control over Georgia, 7-2, at the line of scrimmage. Dart's early interception gave Georgia its only touchdown, but he quickly bounced back, overcoming previous struggles against top teams. Despite playing on an injured ankle, Dart outperformed Georgia's Carson Beck, who has recently struggled. Kiffin made calculated decisions on field goals, adding valuable points, while Ole Miss reinforced defense limited Georgia's offense. The win shifts the narrative for Kiffin, who has now beaten coaches like Kirby Smart and Jimbo Fisher, showing he can deliver in big games. This one also shakes up the college football playoff (CFP) picture. Ole Miss, ranked number 16 in the initial CFP rankings, is now a strong playoff contender, but that success may come at the expense of other SEC teams like Georgia, Tennessee, and others near the top of the rankings. If Georgia loses again, especially to Tennessee, it may face elimination from playoff consideration, leaving the committee with tough decisions. Ole Miss, meanwhile, could strengthen its resume with upcoming games against Florida and Mississippi State, potentially moving into the playoff bubble or even earning a top 4 seeding. The question of Georgia's quarterback continues to loom large. Carson Beck has not performed to expectations, and backup gunner Stockton's mobility could provide a spark, but Smart appears hesitant to make a change. Beck's 2 turnovers in the loss bring his season total to 14 in 6 games, a troubling trend as Georgia's playoff hopes dim. Despite his struggles, Smart defended Beck's performance, which raises questions about Georgia's offensive future. Miami's loss to Georgia Tech further complicated the ACC's playoff chances. Previously ranked number 4, Miami relied heavily on quarterback Cam Ward's heroics, but couldn't pull off a comeback against Georgia Tech's disciplined play. This loss weakens the ACC's CFP profile, leaving it as a one-bid conference and jeopardizing Miami's hopes. Meanwhile, Missouri shocked Oklahoma with 2 last-minute touchdowns, stirring the playoff pot further. Although Missouri holds a low CFP ranking, Coach Eli Drinkwitz sees a glimmer of hope for his team's playoff prospects, especially if the SEC standings end in a tiebreaker scenario. Elsewhere, Colorado is a few wins away from a Big 12 championship, with Coach Deion Sanders potentially securing an unexpected playoff spot. As the playoff picture grows more competitive, Tuesday's CFP rankings will likely shuffle among the top 12 teams, including Oregon, Ohio State, Texas, and others jockeying for playoff positions.